right, marketers, grab your overpriced standing desks and that oat milk latte you love so much, because welcome to Notorious B2B, the only show where we treat LinkedIn drama like breaking news and expose the real B2B marketing sins.
Yeah, think of us like SNL meets TMZ, but for the people who argue about whether gated content is still a thing or not. I'm Task Bober, B2B landing page nerd and lovable troll on LinkedIn.
And I'm Tim Davidson, the guy making TikTok-style videos and cutting fruit on LinkedIn. Together, we're cutting out nonsense and roasting the most ridiculous trends in B2B marketing.
Because if we have to suffer through another 10 things getting engaged taught me about B2B sales, we're taking you all down with us.
Let's get into it.
Yo.
What's up, PTO?
Did you just call me PTO tasks? Lots of work-life balance here.
If you were at a real company, you get fired by now.
What? Because I took PTO one time.
For a whole week? Yeah.
What
is that?
It was more than that too, because I don't work on Fridays. So really it was like Friday all the way to yesterday.
You better not be telling your boss that. I'll tell you that much.
I told my boss and she was like, do it.
She said, do it?
Yeah, she said, do it. Okay. Let's talk about your episode last week.
Don't make me do that again.
I actually listened to it.
Brutal. That was brutal.
You did great. You did great. And you know what's funny? It was a half hour shorter because I wasn't on it.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, there's no
you're like
there's no banter. What am I supposed to do? Just sit there and be like, no, I was talking.
Yeah. Well, listen.
Talk to myself.
It's like sports radio. You know, those guys can talk to themselves. It's like one dude just talking to himself the whole time. My husband tells me about that all the time. He's like, that takes so much talent to like ask a question and then answer it yourself and like do that. I was like, Tim kind of killed it. I don't know. You did pretty good.
It was tough.
But the wig part, I feel like you should have really done it. Also, what was up with the accent that you did for me?
I
was
really
like
did.
Jamaican.
I tried. I promise. I was rehearsing before and I could not figure out your voice. Well, like, it's not my thing.
Yeah, but
not good at it.
But here's the funny thing is that, do I have an accent? I think that's
not even
self-awareness.
I was just trying to talk like, hi, I'm I can do an Elmo thing. Like, hi, I'm Taz. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Like, I can do a Mickey thing, but I can't do like anything else. Like, that's all I got is like the Mickey or Elmo. I don't even know which one. It's like a Mick Elmo. Hi guys, I'm Tim.
I know. I was like, wait, is that
we got
my
quite
voice?
the docket today?
Yeah, is that supposed to be me?
I'm Tad. Like, that's all I got. I got nothing.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that part could have been better.
Yeah, that kind of really went better. That's all I got. Like, yeah, that.
I should have tried to watch the raw footage.
Raw footage, man. Like, that's not even close. Like, that was brutal.
It was terrible.
I got some talents in this life, and that's not one. I tried. Yeah. The blonde hair obviously wasn't good either. I couldn't dye it. Like, I had nothing.
You had time. I gave you like 2 weeks notice. You could have gotten a dark wig.
I'm not saying I put a bunch of effort into it. I didn't. Yeah. I'm not saying that. I put minimal effort into it. I had a wig.
A wig.
I was there. I'll tell you that much. But
you did great. I think you did great. Anybody who's listening, the 5 people that listen to us, please message him and tell him that he did great. I think he did great. It would have been more fun with some wig time.
Yeah, I think it was okay. I'm just saying it hurt. Like, my throat was done after that. Like, my voice was hurting. Well, I can't talk like that forever.
Most people don't know this about you. And that is that you are actually an introvert. So that probably drained the living like life out of you.
Yeah. I also had like sales calls that day too. It's like, I was done. I was beat.
You did great. You did great.
But it was good. No, it was good. You had to take some PTO, didn't you? It was cool.
Yeah, it was fun, except now I'm so behind on everything. But
docket isn't.
Yes, ooh. I was gonna say big docket to come back to. Huge, gigantic.
I was reflecting on this a little bit. The docket's always been big. I feel like it just keeps going.
Yeah.
And it's summertime, August 14th, middle of the summer.
Yeah.
I feel like B2B usually slows down. Like I feel like that's a thing.
Yeah, in the summer slow down.
Usually, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like the one good thing about AI is it's allowed it to not slow down, because there's always some sort of story that comes out that's AI related or like some automation related type of thing. Always. Yeah. A lot of bad actors, clearly.
Yeah.
But I'd say that's the one good thing about AI.
That's why we have the segment Big Prompt Energy, which a couple of people actually said you have to go with that name.
BP, BPE,
Big Prompt Energy.
BP,
What?
BPE.
BPE. Oh, that just sounds like
Acronym
a
life.
gas station.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think,
Okay.
actually.
Okay. All right. Let's get
What do we
into it
got?
because one, retention, two,
Yeah, it's brutal right
so
now.
much juicy
Drop
stuff.
off.
So much juicy stuff. So stay with us. Stay with us. The
Yeah.
5 people
You
who
won't want to
listen
miss this, I promise.
Okay. You want me to do
Yeah,
this one?
start it off because you
Okay.
took PTO, so you're like,
I have
your
I have
voice is
work to
good.
make up. I have to make up for it. Okay. This one we just found out like 30 minutes before we got on here, even though it's probably been released for a little while. But Perplexity is trying to buy Google Chrome, which is like so insane. But that's not even the insane part of the story. The insane part of the story is that they're offering $34.5 billion in cash.
Cash.
That's still not the most insane part. They don't have the cash.
No, I think they don't have any of that, actually.
So Perplexity made that offer, but Perplexity is only worth $18 billion. So where?
And that's at the high end, by the way. 18,
Yeah.
it's like 14 to 18. Yeah, I mean, I think we just got to be honest with ourselves. Like, this is silliness. Like, this is just talking out of your butthole at this point.
But play devil's advocate here, which is
Please do.
Yeah, which is
Please do.
Isn't that the foundation with which America has been built upon? We buy cars we can't afford. We buy houses we can't afford.
Big
like
prompt energy.
A big credit energy. Like how many times? I remember when I was making like 70 grand or whatever, and we were looking for a house, and I got approved for a $700,000 loan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's kind of insane. But that's what, I mean, this is what we do. So why can't it happen in SaaS?
No, the more I think about it, one, they're taking on Google here, right? So there's that federal lawsuit that it's like, oh, they're a monopoly. We need to like break up the company, YouTube, like search, all that stuff.
Yeah, we'll save you from your violation issues that are happening right now.
Exactly. Obviously, Perplexity is one of the AI kind of players. They got big competitors. AI is in investor minds. Tons and tons of money, big opportunity. Them putting it out there, it actually is they probably got so many emails and DMs like, can I get in on this? Like, can I give you some money? Can I get in on this? Because if they did buy it, it's a pretty big thing.
Yes.
If Google even lets them. Like, I don't even know how
I was going to say.
Why would Google do that?
Because even in the TechCrunch article, someone was quoted saying, well, it's just a little bit of mischief. Like, it's just, you're trying to be a little bit funny and cute.
But couldn't everyone do that? Like, why couldn't they just be like, I'm gonna give you 60 billion for, I don't know.
Let's go buy Gong. Let's go buy Gong. Let's just make it off a notorious B2B.
Or let's go
buy Gong.
Yeah, right. Like, that's a good story. I think the weird thing is that it came around when GPT-5 came out for ChatGPT.
Uh-huh.
So interesting, kind of like, oh, everyone's talking about GPT-5. By the way, sucks, in my opinion.
Yes.
But not sucks. It's just like not as good as I thought it would be. But it's just perfect timing to like water it down, I guess. Why not? Do it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know whether this is going to move anywhere, but it was very sweet for Perplexity to want to come and, buy them out and get this whole federal case off their hands.
Very. Thank you. So nice of them.
So nice of them. Okay. Moving on.
But
yeah, we're moving on. There's nothing much to say about that. It was cute. It's nice. It's mischievous. We'll see what happens. But this was a funny one that I saw today. Mailchimp was hacked and it was kept on the DL because people don't actually think it's a big deal. And I'm like, wait a second. This is weird. Okay. So basically, this is what happened. A Russian ransomware gang named Everest says that it recently broke into email marketing giant Mailchimp, left samples on its dark website, and gave the company a few days to step up and pay or face the consequences. This is giving me trauma because I told you this is what happened to me with my not as big Mailchimp websites. But anyway, instead of causing a stir, the group became the laughingstock of the cybersecurity community. Why? And this is because Mailchimp has 14 million active users. However, Everest was only able to exfiltrate 767 megabytes of information, which is like nothing. So people
I was going to say that looks small. I just did a calculation on my back end of like MBs to gigabytes, and it's like, oh,
No, not even a
like
gig.
that's weak. I could do that.
Yeah, it's like 943 lines
It's
and
like one iPhone.
includes internal company document. Not even.
It's an iPhone 4 gigabyte. It's literally a
Not
32.
even.
It's less than an iPhone 4 gigabyte. That's
Yes. And so everyone's like, what is this? Like one client's worth of information? Or like what did you got 3 emails off of their server? So people on the internet are just like ruining Everest's life. However, they're not really small players, right? So it would have been bigger if they were able to actually get more. But Everest before has claimed hundreds of victims, like AT&T, multiple South American governments, Coca-Cola's Middle East wing, Crumble Cookies, which I didn't even know was ever involved in such a thing,
we got emails up to
Mediclinic,
Wahoo. You know
and
that.
then a Saudi conglomerate, Razayat Group.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know
No
these?
shot.
Okay. I
No,
was
no,
like, I was like, wait. I could tell from your face that you didn't know it as you were pretending to know it. Okay. So they're not to be messed with, but it's like, guys, come on. Like you were probably premature in the announcement and like trying to create a stir and do all of this stuff. And so yeah. So that was the Mailchimp hack that really isn't a big deal. I didn't know
no.
that weren't a big deal.
And I think it's sad. Like now they're just gonna get made fun of by the hacker community.
Yeah. And so they're probably like MailChimp's probably like, you know what? Go ahead and keep
Have
those
at it.
slide
Yeah.
decks, the slide decks that you stole from my internal company documentation. So we didn't want to mess with those anyway.
Have the BlackBerry that you stole. That's about it. That's all you get.
Yeah, there you go. Just,
Well,
we're good.
I wouldn't put up a stir either. Like I'm hoping they didn't pay them.
But it's funny because it like, no, I mean, it doesn't look like MailChimp even responded. It was probably so minuscule. But I'm sure internally, everybody's like making sure that things are locked up before it gets crazy and someone actually does do something bigger. Right?
Who spoke up on it though? Like how to get out? Oh, leak of our internal. Man, why does everyone gotta leak stuff? Like how annoying is that, right? Like everything gets leaked these days. Like you cannot say anything in your company without it getting leaked.
Yeah, you know why? Because
Big
like
prompt
these
energy.
big prompt energy, they deserve it though. Like
What do you
corporate
mean they
America,
deserve
I'm
it?
so jaded. I know. I'm just saying that like everyone at companies thinks that their people are like so loyal and all of this stuff. And I think it's one of those like toxic relationships where employees like low key, most employees hate where they work. And they're just like, if
Yeah.
I can
Oh
get
yeah.
away with fudging my company, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? And then you have some brown nosers who are like, oh my God, I love being here. Oh my God, the leadership's so good. And I was like, okay.
Well, think about that though. I'm assuming this person didn't like post it on LinkedIn, the internal doc,
Mm-hmm.
because so you get no clout, you don't get any on any
Yeah.
platform, right? You're just literally doing it to hurt the company.
Yeah.
Oof. People are like
That's
that,
a
huh?
lot of people.
Would you
Yeah.
do that even if you hated the company? Like, and when I say hated, I don't mean like anything really, really bad, but like maybe they gave you like a 1% raise over the 5 years. Maybe that's actually pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a good scenario here, but like maybe they don't like you didn't get promoted because they brought in someone from the outside, maybe something like that. Would you do that? Would
Are
you?
you literally just bringing up scenarios from my past right now?
No, but
You're questioning my morals on this
I'm
very
just
public
curious.
platform. I mean, here's the thing. Okay. I have had some not so fun experiences at a few of my last companies. The companies themselves were fine. Like I had great benefits and like those types of things. My salary was good. All of those things were good. My issues were mostly like management, like many people, management and politics and all of that stuff, the little games that you play, right?
Hmm?
I wasn't very good at those because, as my mother calls me, tactlessly honest, so that didn't bode well in corporate America.
Go back to that.
What?
What was this? Tactlianius?
Tactlessly honest.
Tactically honest.
No, tactlessly.
Oh, tastically. Is that what you're
What?
going with? It was like a tastically honest or tactically?
Oh dear. This is when we look at the podcast recording, this is the part where it plummets the retention.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. People are listening.
Anyway, so since then, I have made some passive aggressive jabs for sure in my LinkedIn posts. Do they ever call out the company or call out the people? No. But if that person read the post, they would know I was talking about them, but they're probably the only ones. Them and maybe a few other coworkers who like know the situation, right? At like last week I wrote about the 10 things.
No. Would you leak? This is what I want to know. Would you leak something like this at that company that you had problems with the managers? Not, you probably don't have problems with the CEO. You probably didn't talk to the CEO that much. But would you leak something that wouldn't actually affect the managers, but it would affect the company that the managers work at?
I don't know. It's weird because I'm risk averse in one area and not very in
There's
the
no
other.
risk here. No one's going to know. No
Would they though? I mean, the digital footprint is a real thing. What if they trace it back to me?
Let's assume in this scenario that they won't, because you're smart. You know what you're doing.
This kind of information, yeah, who cares?
You'd leak it?
Yeah, but I would never leak like proprietary stuff that could actually get me into like legal trouble. But something
This
like
could
this,
get you in
it's
legal
like,
trouble.
how? Just because I leaked an internal memo that's like, hey, we got hacked, but it's no big deal.
Yeah, it's NDA.
I don't know. Would you
leak it?
Would you?
I wouldn't leak it.
You would not?
I would not.
Dang it. Now I seem like the shady ass.
Unless the company personally, like, I don't know.
What if they were a shitty company?
Well, that's the thing. If the company like did something really bad and like they hid it or something like that, then okay. But like if it, like in your scenario, if the managers, it doesn't affect the managers. It's going to affect the company, the CEO, the investors.
Yeah.
It's not going to affect the managers. So I don't, have at it. Like I don't care. I'm not going to do that. Don't get me wrong. I'll take their email and submit it to every gated content download ever and like destroy their email inbox forever. I'll do that. I'll go to the Jehovah's Witness website and put their address in there. I'll do that. But I'm not going to leak something that doesn't affect them.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, have I witnessed a bunch of shady shit at companies? Am I correct? Absolutely. Have I leaked them? No, not once. So I guess the answer is no. Like maybe now I'm looking back and now it's just like the bold me is like, oh yeah, F it. Why not? But I don't think when a push comes to shove, I would actually have the balls to do it. Or like, what's the purpose of it?
What's the purpose? That's what.
Like, what's the purpose? Would I just like do it and then what? Feel good for a single moment, and then like, there's still the risk of like, if it ever did come out, my reputation's gone, my job's gone, all of those things, and it's like, why would I? It's kind of like when you gossip about a friend to another friend. It's like it's none of their business or your business. So it's like, yeah, you're right. That's probably not what I would do. I was trying to be a little bit badass.
Now, what I don't know is if TechRadar or whoever got the actual memo, do they pay this person for this information? That's different.
Yeah.
Or maybe you make a relationship with a reporter from this information. Now, like long term, like you got something juicy, you might get paid out or something like that. It's different, especially if you hate the company already. It's different.
I feel like, so say if you worked at Builder.ai and you knew about the 700 engineers and they're like scamming all these customers. I feel like if you're the whistleblower in that situation, then like you're still doing something that's for the greater good because this company is literally scamming thousands of people and customers.
Well, I think in that scenario, you tell the investors because they'll probably like they'll help you out in the future because like you just save them a shit ton of money.
Wow, I'm playing checkers. You're playing chess.
Tit for tat over here. 3D chess, by the way.
3D.
Tit for tat, always.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Let's keep moving.
On to?
Circle back. Lots of circling backs here.
Yeah, we got some circles.
Okay, you're going to cover these because you covered them last time. And you were like, shit, right after you recorded because there was more updates that came out and you're like, damn it.
And I waited a day because I knew this stuff was coming out. I actually waited. I recorded on Friday instead of Thursday.
You did?
And then Devin came out after the recording.
Shit.
Pissed. So let's do it.
That was a smart move though on your part.
I saw it coming. I saw it trickling in and I was like, all right, gotta get this on here. But then Devin's like, oh, we gotta talk to lawyers or whatever.
3D
I was trying. All right. So actually some backstory on this. Devin posted, so after Clari and Salesloft merger happened, which also Salesloft owns Drift, blah, blah, blah. Devin actually posted like, I gotta talk to my lawyers. I'll come back. Because he worked at both Gong and Clari. So he's got some insights here.
But wait. If you don't know what Tim is talking about, go listen to the last episode.
Have to. I mean,
he kind of talks about this merger and people talk about it. But now, okay, keep going.
All right. So Devin did post about it on Friday.
Yay.
All right. So he says, yesterday, Clari merged with Salesloft. Here's my take on what it means for Gong and who will win the sales tech category race, M-. From someone who worked at both companies. Context. He was the head of content at Gong from 20 million to 220 million ARR. That's actually kind of crazy. He was also the head of content at Clari from X to Y. Can't share. Let's get into it.
Well, why can't he share? Because he'll get a second cease and desist from.
Yeah.
Clari.
Oh, I didn't read the second part.
Yes. Very, very important thing
My
here.
man.
We should do, so Devin has received a C&D from Clari before.
That's crazy.
He's trying to avoid the second time, probably under the advice of his crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah. But he's going to get into it.
Okay, let's get into it.
This is all about the battle of category king of sales tech. He's telling a story here. It heated up in 2021. Yeah, 2021 with 3 key players, each with their own foothold and sprinting towards the sales platform. Gong, call recording. Clari, forecasting. Outreach, sales engagement. I actually totally forgot about outreach. Respectfully, excluding ZoomInfo data, because they are public and therefore a tech company and not a startup. And they're much bigger than those 3. Then the race for growth and platform capabilities started. Gong built in-house. Clari acquired mid-tier companies. Outreach, I'm not really sure. No disrespect here. It just seems that they struggled to break out of sequence workflows. Yeah, I'd agree, actually. Everyone had their eyes on the big prize. Be crowned the king and ring the bell or the gong. Wait, why do I have a handshake?
I don't know. You raised your hand in the Zoom and
what the heck?
I didn't know if you had
stupid
more
Zoom.
Okay.
No plugs. Take that out. Get Zoom out of there. Where the fuck was no disrespect. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone had their eyes on the big prize, be crowned the king and ring the bell or gong. But each company didn't start in the same position. Leadership was decided by who created and dominated the biggest category. Gong won conversation intelligence. Then they pivoted to revenue intelligence. They won that too. Many considered it some of the best SaaS marketing and product of the 2020s. Gong and leader was synonymous. Clari created and dominated RevOps and arguably did a better job in some areas of category creation. RevOps is a critical function, coined a huge problem, a revenue leak, strong product foothold with C-suite. But there's one problem, and it's their Achilles heel. They changed category names way too often. 2022, Clari acquires Wingman, adds conversation intel, and launches revenue collaboration and governance. Devin joins. He's talking about himself.
Yeah.
In asterisks. 2022, RevCG doesn't resonate. Pivot to revenue platform. 2023, Clari acquires Groove. Oh, I forgot about that. Devin leaves himself again. 2024 pivots to revenue orchestration. Okay, I see what he's talking about, where they pivot a little bit too much. I believe this is where they cater to Gartner more than the market of their original POV, but I digress. 2025 merges with Salesloft. Pivots to autonomous revenue system. Is that true? Like they already pivoted to that? Too much zigzagging. Clari's identity and perception is too fluid. The market can't keep up. Meanwhile, Gong was sprinting in mostly a straight line. We can argue whoever is better or leader, but the truth is the best exit will determine the winner. And I don't see a mid-year merger with a Vista-owned company being that. I forgot that. So Salesloft, Clari, is actually owned by Vista at the end of the day. I have friends still at Clari. There are some great people here, but I can't say that this is the outcome that makes them the category winner, by opinion or reality. So what's next? He actually ran out of the character limit, clearly.
Oh, yes.
All right, here's the rest of the post here. Gong is on the clock and we're all watching. Ring the bell and they win, or Gong. A massive acquisition with money disclosed will also help. If they don't, so they get acquired quietly or subtle merger, ? Then it's back to public opinion. And Gong isn't known for letting the narrative write itself. It will be entertaining to watch these companies exchange jabs in the meantime. What do you think? Is Gong in the driver's seat? Are giants like Salesforce and ZI, ZoomInfo, the real battle ahead? ?
Ooh.
That's a long post.
Okay, when Devin provided his opinion, I was on PTO, but I was very invested. And he had sent the post in. Anthony, what a blast to read. Okay. And then he sent it in the group chat. I read it and I was like, oh shit, you're right. There is so much fluctuation in that category naming. But if you go back to the category names, like WTF do they even mean? Half of them. Like even Gongs, respectfully.
Yeah, I still don't get that.
Conversation intelligence, then revenue intelligence makes them sound more like an attribution platform, right?
Yeah.
And like what Gong is actually known for. And so then you have Clari who's doing this, and then it's the thing I made fun of. And when I read it, I was like, oh shit, I make fun of them without actually associating Clari with it because an example I use all the time is revenue platform, like revenue generating platform, and you're just a video tool. I say that all the time, but I'm like, oh shit. Clari actually called themselves a revenue platform for a long time, which again, WTF does that mean? What is a revenue platform? Are you going to literally, Anthony Pierre always says, like, if you are claiming to increase revenue, are you literally going to generate money for me? Because that's what that means.
Do you like
So
that better than revenue orchestration?
I don't like any of these.
That's fair.
I don't like
Autonomous
any of
revenue
this.
system can
Yeah, what the
take
fuck does that
EOS.
mean?
That's
What does
brutal.
that mean? All of them suck.
Arse. Oh, I get it. It's arse.
What?
Arse is the old time saying for ass.
Okay. Yeah, it has nothing to do with anything. So probably still in line. But seriously, like honestly, the closest one anyone has come to is like conversation intelligence, which then makes it compete with Drift, which was like conversational marketing, which then you're thinking chatbot.
Well, that made sense. Kind of
Yeah.
like I get it. It's like
That's
it's
still
literally
like a little
just
more narrow.
yeah.
But
It's
revenue collaboration and governance, no wonder that one didn't stick.
I think the category creation's gotten out of hand.
Yeah, and then it's on the agenda here, but we don't need to have a full topic around it. We can add it to this, which is G2 is launching its fall report for the best of software, and they're launching like 16 new categories. And I'm like, okay, like seriously, do we really need this many category of software? It's just, it is insane. It is truly insane.
I will say some categories do make sense sometimes, but
Yeah.
like where the platform's like in the middle of something, but it's actually like just a little bit more niche. But like autonomous revenue system, you're just
What
pulling things
is
out of
that?
your arse.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Throwing things out of your arse. Okay, that was really good. That was
Bad,
good.
huh? Yeah.
That
Tie
no,
back
that
there.
was yeah, that was
Nothing
really
better than
good.
a tie back.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
All right, so that's Devin's post. And
oh
then
yeah, we had someone else.
lots of people had opinions and jokes and things like that. But Kyle Lacey, our bud.
He had a good
Wait.
comment. I just liked
Yeah.
his comment. It was just my commentary. Dear Gong sales team, it's time to eat. I think. I mean, so this actually I like this the best here. So this is another post about it. A CRO at some company called Cresta. I'm not even gonna read the whole post except for the one part that I thought was good. He basically just goes into why Gong will win it all. He's clearly biased. He likes Gong, but he's a CRO. His fourth point here: Gong is the salesperson's champion. I've never heard of a salesperson rave about Clari. Opposite is true about Gong. Hard to overcome that dynamic since salespeople are scary to most rev ops buyers. I've literally never heard anyone say, "Oh, we got Clari. I'm pumped." No one talks about Clari.
Okay, but there's something that's really interesting about this post by Alex Cramer.
Why?
Alex Cramer used to work at Gong. So
Oh,
that's
didn't know that.
one. The speculation around this post is that no one would put it past the CMO of Gong, Udi, what's his name? To actually have asked Alex to post about this.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. So that's speculation. There's no proof. And then the other, yeah, Gong, vice president of enterprise sales. Like, bro, come on. And then the other part is if you read his post, all the points that he makes are not factual. They're matters of preference and they're subjective, right? So if you look at it, he says, okay, the CEO is elite, subjective. That's an opinion, right? The prime minister of revenue, whatever. Gong sales team is better. Better how? Right? Sharper playbook, competitive intensity, whatever. There's, again, no numbers. Product. At this point, the features sound similar, but Gong's product is better. Better UI, UX. Again, subjective. No one knows, right? Gong is the salesperson's champion. I've never heard a salesperson rave about Clari. Maybe, but again, opinion, right? And then brand. Obviously, Gong has the better brand. That says nothing. So I feel like there are 5 points. All of them are very specific to his opinion, preference, that kind of stuff. And it may be true anecdotally, but not factually. And I think that's the biggest thing here.
I hear you. I think all this is fucking opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It's all opinion.
Yeah, it is. It's all opinion.
Like literally, Devin could not share the actual numbers from Clari.
Yeah.
So it's literally all opinion right now.
Mm-hmm. No, the changing of the category though.
Yeah, but that's
probably go back and see that that's exactly what they did.
Yes. And I do think autonomous revenue system is actual crap.
Yeah,
Opinion, though.
right. Opinion.
Opinion.
Yes. Yes.
All opinion. I'm in sales right now,
Yeah.
but I'm also like everything else in my company. So
Like you want to be able, like, if you're thinking about a category that actually exists, obviously some have more maturity than others. And I think like
CRM.
this too many. Yeah. Like you don't picture a bunch of like CROs sitting around going, man, I really need an ARS right now. ARS is shit. Like no one talks about it. Our CRM is shit. Our CRM is whatever. So obviously these are not,
Or
I don't
ours is
know
shit in
enough. I don't know enough about category creation and that kind of stuff. Like I'm not the expert on this by any means, but I think that's also a strength because I can come at it from a buyer's perspective and be like, no, it's just like a call recording tool. Like what is a user actually calling your product before they come to you? You know what I mean? That's like always the first place I start because B2B loves to be like revenue orchestration, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, you're a fucking project management tool.
Yeah.
And it's okay. And it's okay to be one. Like
It is. Yeah.
that's the part. It's okay to be one. You don't want to be a category of one in this case. Okay.
We'll see.
Are we done with this?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I'm just going to say it. The exit doesn't even fucking matter. B2B's TAM is too small for any exit to matter in this
Who
world.
cares?
I'm sorry. It just is.
Yeah.
Let's just be very, very clear.
Now we're going to go to the next one, which is
Docket.
Another One Bites the Dust. Talk to me about this one.
Dust. Oh, yes.
All right. So next one, Another One Bites the Dust.
Another One Bites the Dust. If you haven't been listening to the pod, weird. We did talk. We've talked in the past. LinkedIn is really cracking down on like automations. There's the big story of like Seamless and Apollo who are just kind of like, scraping LinkedIn data. And they started like shutting company pages down, shutting down companies. They're cease and desist, all this stuff. Another company is biting the dust. So this one is actually more on the automation side. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Aware, but actually I have their website pulled up here. They do a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
It's mostly around like LinkedIn selling, right? Your research for LinkedIn and social selling. They have like a.
So what is
coolish.
this? Like they let you DM people or like I see posts and scheduling. So it's everything like you writing your post. It's kind of like a Shield.
No, way more than Shield. Shield is just more like analytics. This has analytics, but it also, I think one of the big things that they got caught for is it allows you to automate like engagement. So like you tell, hey, CROs at Clari and Gong, I want to talk to them. Automate liking their posts, like that stuff, which is where part of why I think they got shut down because of the automation part.
Yes.
Funny side note, I learned today that I am actually on their website. Little tidbit
Wait,
here.
what? This is so cool. Just take it all my money.
They must have posted something. I don't know. I'm on the website though, so that's cool.
Okay.
Which actually adds up because as soon as Aware started shutting down, I got DMs from people saying, Aware shutting down. I know you're a loyal customer. Here's my tool. Not a customer, by the way, but they clearly saw that I was on the website.
Dang. Why? Well, why are we such vultures? We're just vultures.
They
they bottom barrel human beings. Scraped.
And went to my website. Or they went to my hilarious. But the CEO, actually, Alex Boyd, pretty active on LinkedIn. I've seen him around. He says, sadly, Aware, which actually says no longer operating the company name now, will be shutting down on August 31st, 2025 at the end of the day. The decision comes as part of our commitment to comply with LinkedIn's platform policies and recent enforcement action of their terms of service. After careful considerations of their demands, we have decided to discontinue Aware's operations and remove all LinkedIn connected functionality, including the Aware Chrome extension, in order to align fully with the terms of service. He goes on, sad stuff, shutting down the company. He's a multi, entrepreneur. I know he's going to do other stuff.
Yeah, because he, in his tagline, he says co-founder at View Export, which is another company, right?
And I think he's started a couple other companies I've heard of that he was part of or something like that. So he's just kind of like one of those entrepreneurs. But Aware got shut down alongside, who did we talk about recently that got shut down? Another one of those like data providers. LinkedIn is not fudging around.
No, they're not.
They are just coming after people. There's actually another post from Jack Porter, who we've actually talked about, Bird Dog Boy over here, who mentioned LinkedIn has quietly threatened or bankrupt 45 plus companies this year. Most people don't know what's going on. Over the last few months, LinkedIn's legal team has been going after any tools related to LinkedIn, scrapers, schedulers, bots. I know a lot of the founders, some are giving up and others are pivoting to something else. A few companies, like we just mentioned, Aware,
Yeah.
Proxy Curl, LGM, Evaboot, not to mention the Seamless and Apollo, which I talked about earlier, where the company pages got shut down, who were both cut off from LinkedIn's data a few months ago. And then all the other companies that have been quietly gone under the radar, the last 8 months have seen a major shift in GTM software. LinkedIn is cracking down cease and desists, lawsuits, platform bans. What many people don't understand is that the tools that rely on it either put their customers at risk or put their business at risk. You spend a bunch of money on an annual contract, then poof, business gone. It's clear LinkedIn does not want you to mess with sales nav, which is fair. I mean, think of where a lot of this person data comes from. Even Apollo uses the profile photos from LinkedIn. How obvious can you be? Wild times, be careful out there with who you choose to get into annual contracts with. Long story short, a lot of companies fucked around and found out.
Yeah, honestly.
LinkedIn's been honest with it, right? Don't scrape our
Yeah.
data. Like, we have sales nav. Like, do not mess with our money. It took a little bit while for people to kind of like get these lawsuits.
I
but
think they think that because they're kind of a giant and like maybe they don't have the best posting, like
yeah,
features and like whatever. Sometimes we all complain about the clunkiness, blah, 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 that they don't
which
take
is
some of
true.
their shit seriously. And I think everyone kind of like got the notification and maybe ignored it and was like, whatever, they're not going to do anything for years.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're coming back and they're like, actually, bet. And they're going through 45 companies. I mean, this is the first time I'm seeing 45. Like, we've been covering them as they get picked up, but they're not messing around. But it sounds to me like they're digging into these companies. They're not just making these decisions on a whim.
Right.
They're digging into these companies, seeing what the extent is, and they're going after them because, like you said, Shield is like maybe just analytics, and they probably have them divvied up into like tier 1, 2, 3. 1, like, are they using our data and selling it to other people? 2 is like, are they doing these automated, like
Mm-hmm.
actions and things like that? That's probably tier 2. And then tier 3 are all the like analytics, anything that like hooks up to your LinkedIn. They're probably all going to be fudged in the very, very near future, I would imagine.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't know about those, but like the automation stuff, just because you've seen the stories. I mean, I've gotten beat up by this. Like, sometimes if you even just like connect with too many people or
Yes.
message too many people at the same time, even if it's manual, they will flag you. And that's just
Yeah.
like from a personal profile. So like, if you're doing this
Yeah.
at scale with some of these companies, they knew they're coming after you. Like, that's not good.
Shield allows you to do things, like automatically retweet, because you could do it across platforms. So automatically like retweet
Oh,
whatever
Shield
on
does?
yes. So like
That must be new.
one of one of my first clients was a former boss of mine who I was ghostwriting for. And so when she hooked up her Shield to LinkedIn, it like plummeted. She went from like, thousands and thousands of impressions to like couple hundred. Okay. Then she did a lot of those automated actions, which are like automatically add a comment under my post after I publish it that says like, here's a CTA to my newsletter and all that other shit. And that caused some problems. What? Justin Welch does it all the time too.
I don't.
What?
I
You're
don't. I
raising
don't.
your hand.
I don't think you're talking about Shield. I think you're talking about a different platform.
No, Shield
Have
does
you
that. Does
Shield app.ai? They don't. They're mostly analytics. I think you're talking about like Taplio or something like that.
wait, doesn't which one does the is it Taplio? Which one does
Yeah,
Justin Welch use?
I'm not sure, but I know I've used Shield for a long. I
Okay,
don't
maybe
use it
it
right
is.
now, but I just
Yeah.
don't want like Shield to come after us, basically.
Oh, well then, please. This entire show would be companies coming after us. But listen,
Yeah,
I
they're just
like Shield.
analytics.
I had it briefly and I liked it. And I would totally use tools to help me with like LinkedIn analytics and things like that.
Yeah,
I just don't do it. Maybe
yeah,
it
they're
is
just
Taplio.
analytics.
Okay,
I think you're
what
talking
is
about
Taplio?
because they don't do any like automation like that. I think they
Okay,
just look at
wait.
your
Okay,
analytics.
maybe it is Tapio. Sorry. Okay, so LinkedIn, Shield Analytics, Justin Welch, I'm reading his blog right now. Okay, so Shield gives you performance, sees what content works best, and then you can build like consistent presence, knowing like when people are posting, like the time, and then you can also see how much money you've made through Shield. Isn't that weird? That's crazy.
Oh,
That
it's just based off of CPMs, by the way.
what?
It
Really?
The money made is based off of like what it would cost to advertise.
Estimated cost to achieve the same number of impressions if you use paid ads on LinkedIn. Okay. And then there's Taplio. That's what I was talking about. And that one is post scheduling, including carousels, outreach and CRM features, content ideation tools, a Chrome extension. These are all things that are LinkedIn's like, I'm looking for people who have Chrome extensions and do all this automated shit. So Taplio is probably like
Yeah.
someone who needs to look at.
There's that other one, that ghost one, like the ghost logo, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one people. Phantom Buster.
Well, you said Ghost Logan. I was like, not Vector.
No, not Vector. I know what you're
Okay.
talking about, but no, it's like Phantom Buster or something like that. People have been using this
Okay.
for a while
Oh, yeah.
to like automate connections, automate. Yeah, Phantom Buster. They do a lot of stuff. They haven't been caught yet, and maybe they've changed things up. But I know a few years ago, people were doing it to automate some of these big LinkedIn people too.
Yeah.
They would use it to automate connections, like they do the limit every single day, engagement, comments, not comments. AI wasn't there yet at the time, but it was a lot of automation. And
Yeah.
anyone using those, I'm sure I can caught.
TLDR, these companies should be shivering their little bones right now.
Oh, yeah. If you're small, you don't have the funds to fight against LinkedIn.
No.
I'm
And
sorry,
if,
not LinkedIn, Microsoft, by the way.
yes. And if LinkedIn is your primary basis of your business, yeah, you're kind of worried about it.
Might
Okay.
as well work with Vine or something like that, you know?
Okay. So circling back on Builder.ai, there's not really a lot of like new information on that specific situation. They're still in the system. They're still doing a lot of investigation. But there was a write-up on the background of the founder, and I just thought it was interesting enough for us to just go through.
Yeah.
Because Sachin Dev Dugal, who's the founder of Builder.ai, he actually has a history of starting and like failing these ventures.
Okay.
But this is hilarious. Okay. First, he had a cloud computing company named Niveo. And there, an investor said that Dougal had inappropriately transferred a large sum from their business accounts.
Castro's.
Not
Castro Fidel?
No, that's an
Oh,
AI.
I thought you were at, oh my, I thought this was like a, okay.
Like a
I thought this
mafia
was getting
tie-in.
good. I thought this was getting real good. All right. That's fair. I
Okay.
thought this was getting really good.
I had a typo in our document that said Castro's bank account, and that got Tim really fucking excited.
I love me some like drug cartel stuff. Like
Really?
that stuff's so interesting. I love all those movies and stuff.
Oh,
Like,
you're
it's so good.
I've
I was
never seen you light up.
I was salivating right there.
I haven't seen you light up like that.
I was
except
pumped.
with VO3.
I thought this was getting good. I thought this was getting real good.
No, an investor there alleged that Dougal had inappropriately transferred a large sum from the company bank account to his personal bank account. However, it was never upheld in court. And then Dougal also claimed that he exited Nibio and it was worth like $100 million when he left. But actually, he was ousted by the board and kicked out. So
do you think
you know how LinkedIn people like 3 exits, and it's like, bro, were you just fired?
You think I'm just thinking out loud here.
Yeah, what? Tell me.
The company moves it from the company bank account. What if he's just putting it into a personal, like a good high yield savings account? Get a little extra interest there, and then like, but still pay everything. Just get the interest, and then moves it back. Like,
yeah, there's no moving it back though. And also, I think it's pretty shady.
What do you mean?
I'm saying that I don't think he moved it back.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, it's possible to move it back. I don't think he did. And also, I think there's some pretty strong rules around even just moving things from a company account to a personal account, like when you have a company that you're running. You and I can do it with our businesses. That's different.
But hypothetically, if you just put it into a personal account, you're still paying everyone. You're still spending money on things that you need to do. Just maybe it comes from the personal bank account, but you got that high yield saving, like 4%, that 4P.
And like, who gets to keep that?
You. Oh, 100% you. You're
yeah. Okay. This is all very shady. Okay.
Right,
his next venture after that was a photo sharing app called Shodo. I'm imagining it's photo, but it's Shodo.
Photo showed up.
Photo.
You ever heard the theme song?
Yes, actually, that's actually kind of smart. Just imagine like, oh yeah, dude, I took a Shodo. No, that just sounds like you went to the bathroom. I took a big Shodo.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, sorry.
Maybe that's what he's going for.
Yeah, maybe. Also short-lived. He couldn't find competent software developers. And actually that sparked his like, I got to do this Builder.ai thing. Anyway, within 3 years, he was accused again by a former chief business officer of overstating the firm's technical abilities and then using 2 sets of books and making transfers to his private accounts. The parties later
Again, with the
settled
private account.
again with the private accounts. Man,
Another
that 4%,
settlement.
that 4% interest must be
Back then,
really
it's probably
good.
4.5 too.
Okay, then he started Builder.ai in 2019, and obviously, I'm going to say conned. Okay, whatever.
Gee.
He convinced a lot of people, including Microsoft, to give him a ton of money, and the debt was mounting because his revenue wasn't actually what he was saying it was. But he has an Instagram account where he has all these like glamorous pics of him on a yacht in Monaco and playing tennis in Capri and like doing all of these things. So he's kind of like, he's like a little glam boy. He's a little like Instagram thought, big guy. But this is the best part. He is currently actively fundraising for his new venture to, quote, help others navigate the wild world of startups and AI. The guy, you know what? Here, I'll say this. I'll say this. He doesn't quit.
I don't think he doesn't. Yes, he doesn't quit, but I also think it might be some sort of delusion, which is why he's probably like actually a decent CEO because he's just very delusional. Like nothing goes wrong, and he just keeps going. I actually think he's just delusional.
He's like, most startups fail. These just failed. I'm gonna hit it big one day.
There is that, right? But like 4 things in a row. I mean, investors, you gotta like. At what point is it your fault now? Like if you're actually like, well, now he's not looking for investment, right? He's helping others.
No, he's still fundraising. But they don't talk about what method of fundraising. I'm sure he doesn't have like a freaking Kickstarter. I'm sure he's going to investors and being like, don't worry about the other stuff. I swear this one's gonna be the good one. Where I'm
last
gonna
time,
help
last
others.
time,
last time, I swear.
Last time, I swear.
I swear.
I don't even have the personal bank account again anymore. Like I don't even have it.
Seriously, everything will be kosher. It'll be AI for sure.
What is it? What does help others navigate the wild world of startups and AI?
I don't know. Is he starting a coaching?
Is he actually
business?
Starting like a venture? Like
I think that's his like new venture. Is capital. This thing.
So he's fundraising for to invest.
No.
Or does it mean new ventures and like new company?
A new company that's going to help others navigate the wild world
of
startups and AI.
That's what I'm not understanding. Is he like a consultant?
I'm just gonna go out on
Is he a fractional?
He might be a fractional, and he might be releasing.
Post. Where's the LinkedIn post?
I'm just saying he might be releasing a course soon.
Oh, if he released
an AI
course, that's it. That's it. That. He's gonna have a deep circle back. We gotta get him on the pod.
Get him on the pod.
I will take the course, assuming it's not like crazy, and we will blast. Well,
he's gonna comment gate.
Oh,
comment.
Oh yeah.
Comment that's AI startup success for the playbook.
Good for him.
Okay, last one. No, not last one.
No, never.
We have
last
like
one.
3 or 4. Oh my god, this is crazy. Okay, we won't spend a lot of time on this, but last time we talked about Duolingo stock, and it actually went down after the AI stuff. Now it went up 30% after a record quarter. This was August 7th. Was the update that the stock actually rose 30%. Even amidst the AI scandal, they were like, oh, we had an amazing quarter.
Scandal's rough. That's a rough term for this.
Fine. What do you want to call it? What do you want to call it?
Just an AI like oopsie.
Announcement? Oopsie. I like
oopsie
that.
Doopsie. Okay.
I'm editing AI oopsie so that scandal doesn't end up in our episode description. Poopsie. August 12th, though, 2 days ago, the stock plummets 6.2% after OpenAI's GPT launch event, which featured a demonstration of the new model being used to create a simple French language app and give foreign language speaking assistance. So people are like, oh, fuck that. GPT is available for free. So people are probably like, I'm going to kill my Duolingo. I'm just going to go here. You can probably build an app with Lovable that's like a Duolingo to do the like, keep me on a streak.
Yeah. So yes, maybe. I think there's 2 things here, right? We've known about the AI and like all the apps that come out that like even like earbuds, like people speak to you in one language, you hear a different language, you hear your language, right? I think there's always going to be like that's coming. That's I'm pretty sure that's like here-ish.
Yeah.
But I think there's also like it's a lot cooler in my mind to be able to actually speak it.
Yeah.
Like to go into a country and like be able to speak that language rather than having an ear pod. And like you talk in your language.
Yeah.
And then like this is so annoying. Can you say hi? Can you say hey there? Like it's so annoying.
Yeah.
like if you can actually speak it. So I think Duolingo is going to be great for that. But like,
But I think that's what this app is like this French language app that you
yeah.
can actually learn the French language. I
Oh,
don't think
it's teaching you. It's not just, oh,
it
I thought it was like,
yeah, but even if they didn't mean that, you could do both. It could
yeah,
be
yeah.
the assistant, right? The language speaking assistant, but it could also be, obviously I didn't watch the live stream, but it could also be, just you could literally build Duolingo through Lovable or something like that for free.
I think it's a scare. Everything's been
Everything's an
lovable.
AI scare.
Everything's been lovable by now.
Everything's been lovable. Yeah.
Well, think about it. Everyone's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna build a data provider. Where are they?
Well, I would say this though. I mean, the use cases are coming out, but like even today, someone sent me like their launch kit for their new consultancy that they built on Lovable.
Yeah, website.
Yeah, not web
You can go on
was looking
Square
that up.
and literally get a template for $5.
Yeah, but you don't think that you and I could go right now into a custom GPT and build an app that's like, or build a thing that says, "Hey, okay, you are now my French teacher. You're going to teach me French every day, and
Yes,
you're going to keep a streak."
but it's
Like,
not going to be an app. It's think about how many things you can do that are in a similar sense like that.
mm-hmm,
I can literally go on ChatGPT and
mm-hmm,
say, give me a list of 100 accounts with their
yeah,
website, domain, all that stuff.
yeah.
I can do that.
That's brilliant. Yeah. And
Data provider's still crushing it.
oh, yeah. I mean, yes, obviously, we're nowhere near like wiping them out, but I'm saying at Duolingo's core, that is their business model, right? They're a language teaching app, right? And so if someone wanted to do that, like even the other day, I think was it Jess Cook or somebody had like this thing where they had built like a social media app thing where
Mm-hmm.
the teams can keep track of their social media posts like on this app that they built on. I'm like, yeah, you could do that. My husband built a pricing calculator for me. I just like wished it and like now it's on my website. Isn't that the most B2B thing I have
Yeah, the people
imagined?
that built calculators have been screwed. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Everyone's
like we
level
didn't.
bullying calculator.
Yeah,
Everyone. There's literally
exactly.
just a Google sheet behind the thing.
So just to prove it to you, I'm gonna go build what like I love French. So let's do French. I will build Duolingo French app using GPT-5 and Lovable.
Okay. Yes, please do that. And when I see it, I'll be like, get this Minesweeper bull crap out of my face and let me look at this intuitive Duolingo
But do you
screen.
think that people would be like, how much does Duolingo cost? Go look. Like,
Free. I think it's free.
it is not free.
It's like $5.
Okay, well, for
You
costs
gotta
like
think
that,
about it.
then yeah,
It's
I would keep
gamified. There's a
Duolingo.
leader. Like there's all this stuff that you're
Okay,
not thinking about.
yeah, I know, true,
And that's what
but
everyone on and LinkedIn, by the way, is saying. Oh, Lovable's gonna. I can vibe code myself a freaking Zoom competitor. Fuck you can. I can promise you cannot.
okay, that's too far. I
That's
feel
way too
like,
far. That's a little too
yeah.
much. Yeah, that's fair.
No, like the Zoom competitor. I mean, I'm saying it's too
That's a
far
little
for
too
them.
much.
It's too ambitious for them. But like with Duolingo, it's like, okay, I only care about one language. I don't care about being with other people. I want to save $10 a month or whatever. Like, I'll just do it and then have this thing just teach me every day. I'm already paying $20 for a GPT. Why do I want to? I can save more money doing something else, right?
You know what's funny is the people that vibe code don't need to save $10 a month
Why?
because they know how to vibe code. People using Lovable are like business people. They don't.
Fine.
They build
That's fair.
ROI calculators on their website that makes them a couple $1 million a month. Like
It's
those
just
people do
part
not
of the
need to.
thrill. It's just
Yeah,
part of the thrill of saving money and just building something that you want to build, that you have control over.
I just think the vibe code thing's gotten a little out of hand. It's harder than you think. It's not. You can't
It
just
is
put a
harder.
freaking prompt in there and then
Yeah.
like, oh great, I have a Zoom competitor now. Nope. No, you don't.
No, no, it's not. No, it's not like that.
No. Remember when people said ChatGPT's voice thing was gonna
Oh,
displace
I know. I
Gong?
haven't even heard it
What
once.
happened there?
Yeah, nothing.
Literally, no one uses it.
Yeah. It's true.
Literally, no one uses it. Not one person, by the way. I don't think I've seen anyone talk about it since. Someone tried it and they're like, "Oh yeah,
This
I
sucks.
was wrong. Let me
Yeah.
just delete my post."
Let me delete my post.
That's literally what happened.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just
Fair.
think it's hilarious.
Fair. I keep forgetting that
It's killing me actually.
that it
That's
has
really
that.
funny.
Okay. Let's go to the Let's Noodle. What's
Ooh,
happening with
yeah.
our buddy Jean Burke?
Oh, Sean Fack. All right.
Okay.
Love this guy, by the way.
Okay.
He's a funny character. Oh my, get out of here, Whisper. Send that clip to Kaylee. Okay. So Jean Fack. We gotta go to the comments, by the way, after this.
Okay. Jean Burke, who is founder of Roasted. I've actually roasted. Yeah,
Roasted.
but roasted.
He's a B2B agency.
Well,
Agency.
yeah, right now, but he used to be the head of growth at Hockey Stack and some other companies before that.
Cognism.
But that's where Cognism, you're right.
Yep.
So that's kind of his claim to fame. Also LinkedIn person, posts on there all the time. Now owns a ad agency. Okay, go.
All right. So Shamfek, he posted a screenshot of Brian Law, who actually I think was the CMO at Zoom Info at one point. Now the CMO at SentinelOne.
Uh-huh.
And Brian Law posted on LinkedIn, when I joined SentinelOne as a CMO last year, we set an audacious goal. M dash with
no, those aren't M dashes.
What is it? What do you call that?
Those are just 2 dashes? two regular dashes.
Why? Whatever. We set an audacious goal, doubling our LinkedIn followers in a year. Why? LinkedIn is an incredibly powerful B2B channel, not just for recruiting, not just for cold outreach, not for just thought leadership, but for building real awareness, connection, and trust with exact people who can become customers, partners, and advocates. Last week, our efforts got some much appreciated and bit surreal validation. Jared Sleeper tracked public company LinkedIn pages and shared a ranking of the brands with the fastest growing LinkedIn followers. I saw that, by the way. I think they were like the SentinelOne was the fastest growing LinkedIn page follower public, like 61% year over year, something like that.
Oh, okay.
CMO, SentinelOne, publicly traded company, like we mentioned. Jean Burke takes a screenshot of it and says this: I don't want to be that guy, but doubling a company page follower count on LinkedIn as your audacious goal in quotation marks for the year, that's not a CMO goal. That's a vanity metric for a social media manager. Followers don't equal buyers. Followers don't equal qualified pipeline. Followers don't equal market share. If you're a CMO at a public software company, your audacious goals should be tied to revenue impact, market penetration, and owning the category narrative, M dash, not a number that can be juiced with employee amplification, boosted posts, or just posting more often. Yes, LinkedIn is a great B2B channel. Yes, coordinated content, brand ambassadors, and new formats have value. If the headline you're proud to share is "We doubled followers," you're telling everyone you care more about what it looks like than what it delivers. Follower growth should be a byproduct of a bigger market moving strategy, not the KPI you take to the board. If that's your audacious, in quotes, marketing target in a company with one of the most competitive markets in tech, it just shows how absurdly overinflated this tech bubble is. SentinelOne is in like that security area.
Yes.
A lot of money in that area.
Okay. So I saw the post. I did not see the comments. What are the comments like?
So one specific comment thread is where I want to go here. So the performance marketing SentinelOne commented. Simon, actually, I actually know who Simon is. He's a good guy.
Okay.
I'm just reading the comments here. Don't shoot the messenger, by the way.
Okay.
So Cam Burke, love your stuff and longtime listener.
Jean Burke.
Oh shoot, yeah. John Burke, Bika. Love your stuff and longtime listener, first time caller. Just for confirmation, this wasn't the primary goal of marketing here at S1 SentinelOne. Smiley face or winky face. Cam Burke responds, thanks, smiley face. What part of this post says primary goal?
Oh, Lord.
Simon responds, if that's the audacious, he's putting in quotes of what John Beck said, if that's the audacious marketing target in a company in one of the most competitive markets in tech, for me, that line implies that this goal was the only audacious goal. We've had a lot of big goals, including pipeline-specific ones, of course, which was not highlighted in the post. Jean Beck responds, if I was the CMO of a public company, I'd feel ashamed.
Oh, boy.
Ashamed, he says.
Whew, it's hot.
I'm sweating over here. Of calling company page follower count as an audacious, that's true, audacious goal, but you do you. I do me. Brian does Brian.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
There's more here.
Yeah, that's pretty sharp. Okay.
Quick side note. Jean Berk was the head of performance marketing at Cognism, big competitor of Zoom Info. So the backstory here is Brian was the CMO of Zoom Info. Jean Berk worked at Cognism, both huge competitors. So I'm wondering how much of that is part of this.
Oh, like he actually knows Brian a little bit.
I wonder how much of that is in this. But let's
keep going. Oh, okay.
Someone else chimes in. Michelle Walls. What's her backstory here? Does she work at best one too?
So she works at Beyond
No.
Products as a senior product marketing manager.
Okay. Completely different.
Okay.
But security and IT space.
Yep. Still
So
in the
similar
same
space.
space. Okay.
All right. She says, Jempek, love your stuff and longtime listener here too. Well, 2 of those now. But if I were the founder of a marketing agency called Roasted, I'd try not to live up to the name when someone responds with kindness and context.
Woo!
Well,
Michelle.
subtle jab there.
Wow.
John Burke does not back down.
No, he doesn't. That is one thing about him. He does not back down. So
Michelle, thanks.
I'm getting very sweaty right now.
I'm
Okay.
dying over here. Cam Burke responds, Michelle, thanks. But if the point of Roasted was to avoid calling out weak framing or vanity KPIs, it'd be a pretty bad name for the agency. I'm here to challenge ideas, not personalities. If that feels like a roast, maybe it's because too much marketing conversation avoids this kind of scrutiny. Michelle comes back.
Oh, Michelle. Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's
Okay.
easy to talk about others behind their back. That's not roasting, that's gossip. Not an emoji, by the way. She does the little wink with the
like how
and
millennials had to do emojis and how I still do
yeah.
them sometimes.
This
Yeah.
is MSN Messenger Day over here.
Yes.
I don't think that anyone will improve anything if you call out bad behavior behind their backs and in such a stubborn way. You're not trying to have a combo and move the industry forward, if you ask me. All the best, though. To be fair, he posted it on LinkedIn, which is pretty
Public.
Everyone could see it.
Yeah.
Jean Burke. It's literally a public post. Okay, he got ahead of me. Let me tag him too. Tags Brian Law.
Tags Brian Law.
Oh wow. All right. Jean Burke tags Brian Law. Brian Law does not respond unless this like was no.
Nope, no one. Okay.
So that one killed me. That was funny. What do you think about it overall, though? Like, what do you think about like boasting about the company page followers?
I think that it could have been saved with some nuanced wording. So if you go back to the post that he screenshotted here, Brian's post, and he said, when I joined, we set an audacious goal. But if he had said something, I mean, I haven't even seen the full post. I'm imagining that's not the whole post, right? That Brian had posted, but it was, if he had just said one of the goals that we set was to double our LinkedIn followers or whatever, right? And the reason that we're doing, so it says why, and it says, oh, it's powerful B2B channel, recruiting culture, building real awareness, connection, and trust with the exact people who can become customers, partners, and advocates. So he's looking at it as a very like awareness, top of funnel play. Now, how is he doing that? Like if we go to Sentinel One's company page, and if it's all like, we're just posting about our webinars, we're just posting about our like, events and our G2 awards, blah, blah, blah. That's not really building trust. And maybe that's an angle that you can kind of critique. I think the big thing is Jean-Burc is like, this is sounding like it's a big primary goal. And I think it may be just one of the goals, but I think Brian's just trying to say, hey, LinkedIn's like a really good channel for B2B and we want to build like a company presence. Obviously, everyone who's a quote unquote thought leader on LinkedIn is always like, well, you want to have like a specific person at the company who kind of builds the reputation because employee advocacy is much more, important, and personal pages do better than company pages, that kind of thing. I don't know. Do I think it was blown out of proportion a little bit? A little bit.
Yeah, probably.
Right? Like, I mean, here's the thing is on one end, we are like, marketing is always tied to a number. We can't do anything fun anymore. Everything is like, no one puts any emphasis. No CMO cares about brand and blah, 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 blah. Too much vanity metrics, all of this shit. And then finally, we're like, oh, here's someone who's like here's a CMO who's not making it about pipeline and revenue. Obviously, they have pipeline revenue goals.
Mm-hmm.
So like, who cares? But are they doing kind of a play like Gong, where Gong was like the sales people, they were posting sales memes and, they championing the salesperson, giving them playbooks, that kind of stuff. And Gong's content is amazing and they have a huge amount of followers. But like, look at it. This is like mainly a lot of ads. What is this?
I mean, they have a newsletter. So like that's interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of like, here's our content. Yeah, full report.
Okay, there's a report, some
and
videos.
Stuff. From Black Hat, that was a big.
I mean, look, they have 300 and almost 350,000 followers.
It's a lot of followers. Like
it's impressive.
Yeah. And if you, I mean, that's a lot of followers.
Yeah, it is a lot of followers. For
cybersecurity.
Yeah.
And you're not posting memes.
Yeah, exactly. Bad. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like this is, this is all like, this is very, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's very like promotional, I guess.
Yes, it is promotional. It is what I would expect from B2B.
Which begs the question, though.
Yeah.
This is where it begs the question, because a lot of people, including myself, know how to get LinkedIn page followers with one cheat. There's one cheat you can do, which is post jobs.
Post jobs.
Like if you want
someone literally commented and said,
you want to grow that shit, like that's how you do it. People literally, also companies literally do that, and like they don't actually have jobs.
Oh, should we post a job for Notorious B2B?
I think it costs money.
Oh shit.
So I'm not doing that.
We are now calling for sponsors for Notorious B2B.
For job postings.
Seriously though, if anyone wants to sponsor us, we're available.
But like, I am curious, you know. I mean,
these are legitimate people, right? Senior security consult. These are like probably part of their ICP, part of their like cybersecurity area.
I mean, I think to your point, what could have been interesting with the post that he did, and actually this is that post I mentioned where you could see actually the Jared Sleeper stuff. So LinkedIn followers year over year, 61%. They beat out everyone else. Zoom Info, by the way, which is his old company. Hilarious. I do wonder with his post, if he just said at the, he wouldn't do this, but at the end it's like, by the way, revenue's also up, blah, blah, blah. Coincidence? I think not. With like a little like, ooh, that'd been kind of interesting, but that's something he 100% would not do. But
yeah,
if you're looking for advice, there it is.
Or even saying like, when I joined SentinelOne as CMO last year, you know, we set an audacious goal of increasing LinkedIn followers along with our usual revenue pipeline targets or whatever. I mean, I don't think Brian was ever claiming that this is the only goal and that that's what he's going to do like forever. And that's all the team's focused on. Like, I get it. I also think, and I've been wanting to write this post for a while, which is vanity metrics get a bad rap. They get a bad rap.
Yeah.
But they are, like someone said in the comments, they are a leading indicator of like, are things moving in a positive direction, right? So maybe doubling the follower count is like too wide and vanity metric specific. Maybe what they should be looking at is from the people engaging with our posts, like you just did, you ran through some of the likes and stuff, like are the right people engaging with the content?
Yeah.
And maybe that's kind of some of the angles, but you know.
Maybe they're doing that. They might be doing that.
They might be doing that. Right. Exactly.
Not everyone thinks like us.
Yeah.
We got to remember that. Like not everyone's been battered by freaking comments, and it's like, I got to think ahead. I know what these guys are gonna say. I know what John Burke's going to say. I know for a fact he's going to repost and be like, audacious.
Yeah.
You know, not everyone thinks like that. So there's
you know
probably
what?
some of that.
I'm going to applaud SentinelOne for putting something out there that isn't a CMO post related to like fucking pipeline and revenue. Like, we get it. You know, it's like, we get it. And it's like, cool. I'm glad that you have something fun that your team's doing, and your social media manager is probably like, cool, this is like, I want to get this follower count up, and they have a metric and North Star that they can go after too. And it's like, the content's like, okay, it's cybersecurity. You could post a meme here or there or whatever, try to be funny, but they know their audience. They're posting stuff that matters. It's obviously working. Cool. Like, are the right people liking it? And maybe it's someone saying, hey, I saw that carousel of the 10 best cybersecurity CEOs that you posted, and I love that. Thanks for mentioning us, or something like that. Right. That could be a lead, you know? So we get it.
Yeah.
It's all good.
But here I will say, back to my point on like the company stuff, it looks like they did have like a concerted effort. But if you look at some of these companies that just have that are just hiring all the time, they're always going to be in these like lists of like year over year growth because they're hiring all the time.
Yeah.
And like literally when you put, I'm pretty sure like when you, at least it used to be, when you submit an application, which you see these now, it's like 1,000 applications, and after an hour, there's literally like a little thing that's like the company page, and like 500 people do that from one application. It's going to be a bunch of open to work people.
Okay, you convinced me. What should our first position for Notorious B2B be? Swag designer. Intern.
Well, if you want like volume.
Ooh, market researcher. Right? Yeah. News story.
Vibe coder.
You
want volume?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And then we put the salary at like 100K.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Viral.
Okay, let's do it.
Or no, 200K.
Let's test.
Put a range of like 30K to 700K.
Yeah, like Netflix.
Viral.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's test the theory out. And we could just tell people it's for market research. Not at all for the vanity metrics of growing our company page.
No one needs to know that.
Okay. We're going to save these for next time.
Yeah, retention rates.
Retention rate. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right. Peace out.
See ya.
And that's a wrap on Notorious B2B, where we expose the nonsense and remind you that most B2B marketing is just a very expensive guessing game.
Don't, and post a passive-aggressive LinkedIn poll about it. We'll still find you.
And if you have B2B drama we should cover, slide into our DMs. We accept screenshots, leaked internal memos, and questionable brand rebrands.
Until next time, keep your marketing unhinged and your LinkedIn bio free of the words growth hacker. See you later.
Later, skater.